good, and I'm here with Javar. We're about to do a mental health check-in.
I'm BandGang Javar. I'm stressed out because it's the second time we did this, but I fucked up the first footage.
Accountability, y'all. First lesson of the day. But we gonna hop right into it, and I'm gonna ask you, what would you rate your mental health from 1 to 10, 10 being the best?
I'm gonna say 9.
Okay, now what's the components that's making up this 9?
Really, damn, what did I say first time?
No, yeah.
I mean, I think I'm just saying, like, niggas be fucked up out here. I think I'm just normal.
Just normal.
I'm level-headed.
We typical. Okay, that's good. 9 is a high number, high reach. Love that for you.
Yeah.
So, for my first question, if you can reflect on a time of regret, do you think you have any regrets?
I think it's stuff I would have did differently, but I wouldn't say that I necessarily regret the way it turned out. I feel like all the decisions in my life made me who I am today.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like the only things I would change is people dying, but that's not even something that's up to me to change, So
yeah.
Outside of that,
Okay, that's good. Okay, this is our next question. How do you see yourself now versus your younger self?
Ooh, that's a good one now. My younger self was young and dumb. And I look at myself now and think, but I also thought this last year and the year before that and the year before that, but I see myself now as like knowing it all, but every year you live and learn new things.
Mm-hmm. What would you tell your younger self?
Ooh, that's great. I wish I could talk to him. 1, focus on yourself. If you go chasing these hoes, that'll lead you down the path to nothingness. Furthermore, invest in Google. Buy stocks in Tesla at $200 a share. It will go back to $200 a share, but that will be after a 4-to-1 stock split. So you probably would have made $1 million, that depending on how much you put in. Don't go back in that mire. The police are on the way.
Listen to that one.
Yeah, that's top 5 right there.
Okay.
But I got a lot of little things I tell myself just like that.
Mhm. Okay, that's nice. That's good. Do you feel that you are confident?
To a certain extent, I feel like my ratio of confidence is based on reality. So it's like, I'm not overly confident to the point where I just feel like, if I wanted to build a rocket, I can be just like Elon Musk. I'm not, it's too late.
Okay.
If I wanted to learn rocket chemistry, and I should have started way back then.
Mm.
But hey.
Back to the thing where you be like, you live and you learn.
Yeah, you live and you learn. See, y'all didn't hear that, but I said all this before. You live and you learn.
Okay, so we about to hop into the next question, and that is, what do you currently struggle with when it comes to putting yourself first?
I try not to put myself first. I try to put my kids first in all things. But when it does come time to put myself first, I say I struggle with forgiving other people when I should have the discernment to know these people shouldn't be let back into my life. Now, if I put myself first, then even though I forgave them, I wouldn't let them back into my life. But because I didn't put myself first and I forgave them and all of that, then, they come back in.
Definitely on boundaries.
See, we talked about this before again, but that's why I'm a 9 instead of a 10. I like boundaries to a certain extent. Not to the point where a nigga can play with me, but to the point where a bitch might get away with a little bit more than a bitch supposed to. No disrespect. I call you bitches because I don't know your names individually.
I mean, yeah, this one definitely gonna be better just because, I'm not,
Yeah, you not shy no more. See,
Yeah.
she done opened up.
He done
we
fucked
talked.
up.
Yeah. I done fucked up now. So now it's on me.
You gotta keep the bar rolling.
Yeah.
So recall on a time that you you felt it was like really hard for you to express love.
I don't feel like it's been hard for me to express love. Or maybe in the context of expressing love to somebody that I shouldn't have expressed it to in the first place and then not receiving the love as intended. But even then, I expressed the love. It's just, it wasn't received.
Mm-hmm.
So necessarily, yeah. I mean, I'll tell you I love you if I love you. I write random people all the time and just be like, hey, you know, I fuck with your content, you know, keep doing what you're doing. I feel like that's expressing love, and it's just like, I know a lot of people have a hard time doing that, and I get it to a certain extent, you know, your platform is how you make money, so you shouldn't just be out here posting random niggas all day, because now you detracting and they ain't posting post-worthy shit. I feel like that's a whole nother topic. It's like, niggas will want you to support their business and be like, you know, you gotta support your man's business before anybody else's, but the homie is making t-shirts saying built in Detroit or made in Detroit. Like, you don't think 20 other niggas done did that? Some of y'all niggas just got bad businesses. And even if I do support you in private and bought a shirt, you know what I'm saying? I feel like you should really just shut the fuck up and be grateful. I don't have no homie with a made in Detroit shirt. I'm just saying, for example.
Yeah. We're gonna hop into the next question. How often do you trust your intuition?
Probably more than I should, you know? It's like, if I feel like it's off, then it's off, and it is not happening.
Mm-hmm.
But to that same note, if somebody else put their name on it, and I know this person to be a good person. For example, RJ hit me up last night, and he like, you know, such and such brother want to meet you for something. I'm like, I don't fucking know such and such brother. I don't really give a fuck. He like, you know, I put my word on it. Like, you feel me? He a good nigga. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, well, for you, I can do it.
Mm-hmm. So
in that sense, I'm going against my intuition of this is a random person wanting to meet me. It's no good for me. And going with what's the word?
I'm drawing a blank.
Or vouch or whatever that word is. I'm going with
The
his.
recommendation?
Yes, I'm going with his recommendation.
I'm like, why am I drawing a blank right now?
That's because that's your second time doing all this and you really just like tired. I understand.
We started early as hell.
Yeah, she had me
It's
get up.
11 o'clock.
You know I had to get up at 7 a.m. to do this. 7 a.m. on the day I ain't got the kids.
And that's why I fuck with you.
Yeah,
Okay.
I hope so.
I fuck with you for that.
I hope so.
You in the book. Okay. You there. So we gonna go ahead and go into our next question. What is the best revenge to you?
Winning. But I don't necessarily even think about it as revenge for real. It's like if you go out chasing revenge, then you doomed at the end of the day. It's like you can either go off good energy or bad energy.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like, you know, just focus on yourself and win. Like a bitch try to play me like a hoe, I'm gonna just keep winning without her. You know, she is suffering in the long run, but I'm not doing it to hurt her.
Mm-hmm.
I just realized she wasn't shit and moved on my own, you know.
Yeah.
You know, and that's not even saying the bitch can't come back, because you can come back under the right circumstances. But you gotta know, once you come back, you went from a potential candidate to now it's just another hoe. That is perfectly fine to me if it's fine with you. To all my old hoes.
We love consent.
Yes, I know.
Okay.
No diddy.
Oh my God. All right, so do you find it hard to trust?
Yes.
Why
To a
is
certain
that?
extent. I trust the people I already trust,
Mm-hmm.
but new people, because of my previous experiences in life, which make who you are today, you know what I'm saying? Trusting random people probably ain't the best thing for you.
Mm-hmm.
People don't, everybody has out for their best interest.
Yeah.
In the rare exception of family and close friends who may do things not in their own best interest, just to help you out. You know, that's human nature, and that's why human nature is good, you know? But knowing this, and knowing, you know, we all in this to win, you probably don't want what's best for me, you want what's best for you. Yes. And there's nothing wrong with that though, to a certain extent.
To a certain extent
though,
it's like you can, when you sense the patterns of it, and it's only that and only that and only that, it's like that's when you just be like, okay, whatever. Like you just downplayed my business. Now you coming back.
They doing it wrong though. They doing it wrong. What you do, you show genuine love, and then whether you get something in return or not, you won at the end of the day. Mm-hmm. A lot of times you will get something genuine back. You know, when you reach out to people and just talk to them, and that ain't the only time you want something, then you're more likely to get something out of that relationship.
Mm-hmm. Take note. Write that
Take
down.
note. This is your course in manipulation 101.
Let's not manipulate people.
Yeah, let's not.
At least learn how to do or create good rapport with people.
Yeah.
And
leave
connections.
that to the professionals.
And connections. Okay. Life is about how you react to stuff, how you react to people, and how your energy is. People don't want to be around people with bad energy. Yeah. For our next question is, do you think mental health has an ugly stigma attached to it?
Yes. Yes.
Why is that?
When you say mental health and applies, it's just like, it don't really imply it, but it's like a hidden imply that something is wrong. So if we talking about how's your mental health, you really asking me like, am I depressed, or don't nobody have positive mental health conversations. Like, I have had a good mental health day. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Nobody really talks about that. But I guess that's
that's the problem.
But that would be just like fucking weird. It's like, I don't really care. You had a good day. That's all you had to say. You ain't have to talk about it like that.
I mean, yeah, you gotta put that much emphasis on it. But I mean, we shouldn't just have conversations about mental health and it's always going back in a depression or something, like just something bad that happens to you. Like, it's cool. Like, nothing wrong with you having like a bad day or nothing like that. But I feel like we need to start having more conversations where you learn from that bad experience. Not just, well, this happened to me. I don't know why it happened to me, but it fucked me up. Like,
but why do you even need to talk to somebody about that? You know, I feel like you and your own self should just know, like, hey, I fucked that up. Mm-hmm. I ain't gonna fuck that up again. You know, if you can have that personal accountability, you really don't need to be talking to. I feel like that's everybody's problem. Everybody want to talk to a motherfucker about something when it's you. Like, it's your self-esteem. Mm-hmm. Self-esteem. I can't fix it for you. You gotta fix it for you. And until you take your personal accountability for that, you gain serenity and ability to accept the things that you fucked up, know the things you can change, and change the things you can, and you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. I said that shit wrong, but yeah.
Do you believe in therapy?
To an extent. It's like, I really don't know what a therapist do. I've been to a therapist before, court-ordered therapy, but we just sat there and looked at each other all day.
You ain't say shit?
Why would I tell this white man my business?
Oh, you had a white therapist? I mean, if you think like that already, a black one won't matter either. Yeah. But
why would I tell that nigga my business so he can report me?
It's just, you gotta say stuff a certain way. Like, you know, if you go in there and be like, well, yeah, I'm about to harm myself, you definitely go in there.
No, I wouldn't do that no way.
Right.
But if I'm thinking about harming somebody else, you also have to report that. Exactly. So that's the only reason I would need therapy. I'm thinking about harming somebody. So
okay, well, this is where you do need yourself. Talk to yourself with that.
Yeah, you gotta talk to yourself. You gotta work that shit out.
But what aspects do you ever see it like helping? Like, have you ever seen it help for somebody else per se? Like, not even just you. Like, do you see why it's a positive?
I know a couple of therapists, but I talk to them hoes on a regular, and them hoes don't make me feel better, so they probably don't make their clients feel better either.
Okay, certain perspectives with it. Just gotta grow to like it, or just, if it's not for you, it's not for you. Cause I done walked out on a therapist before.
See, that's my point. That's what you but listen.
I mean, it's just because I wasn't accepted that I wanted to actually talk to her. Like, I feel like therapy is goods and bads to it. Like, a female, we want to talk. I want to talk to people, not anybody, like, obviously. But a male is kind of like, mental health with men is different. Very much handled different, looked at different. But going to therapy with a female, I'll be like, oh yeah, I talked to my therapist today. We had a good day. We chopped it up.
And that's how y'all be too.
Okay. A man, you'll sit there. You probably like hesitate to open up or something. Only because
But
I
what
feel
am I
like
really talking about? What do I have to talk to this nigga about?
whatever is bothering you, talk about whatever. You can sit there and then with therapy, it's not even just sitting and talking. You can do like, a little worksheet to help you out. They'll, it don't sound too
this
good.
nigga to do homework.
It's not even homework. Oh my God, it's just like if you want the self-discovery, the self-help, or if you need it, then it's good for you. But if it's good or not good for you. But certain people, they need it, and it works for them because they do need that extra help. That do need that extra step, like.
But I feel like that just come back to them being like weak ass niggas. It's like you really just a whole ass nigga and
I don't
you doing
think
all this pussy ass shit. Cause if you had the self awareness to be like, I fucked that up, and I'm gonna take that. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna take what come with that. What else is we talking about? Now I told you that. Now let's show you something.
Okay.
So we're gonna give an example.
Mm-hmm.
In high school, you my therapist. In high school, it was the last day of school. I was supposed to turn in this project. I already had an A, but the other 4 members of my team, they needed this to pass. So I stayed home from school. I didn't turn that shit in. And the day before, I told them, like, y'all don't even gotta worry about this shit. Like, it was a video project.
Mm-hmm.
Like, man, I do this shit in my sleep. I had that shit turned in. I presume they failed. I feel bad about that shit, but it happened. It was what it was. Now, what? I accept that I fucked it up.
Mm-hmm.
I moved on from it. What are you gonna tell me as my therapist? I was wrong. I know that. I don't have to blame myself.
Since you already know it, your mindset is already developed more than somebody else that probably will sit there and really feel guilty. If you don't feel too guilty and you don't dwell on it, then you probably don't need therapy. You can get out of it.
That's because these niggas ain't built right.
Not even just not built right. They just wasn't around things to make them really feel like that they can think like that or they can be self-aware and strong. A lot of people can just dim it down for you.
I feel like it's because they got too many holes in their life, and these holes have told them they need to be more self-aware, and they didn't diluted their mind with the female way of thinking, which is fine for females, but as a man, it's like, nigga, tighten up. You can't afford that. You need to focus on yourself and build. If you keep talking about therapy and all this pussy ass shit you want to do, it's like, why are you so emotional as a man?
Mm-hmm.
Let them emotions go and just be, you know what I'm saying, be you. It's good. You don't have to do all that.
Mm-hmm.
It is what it is.
So how you deal with your emotions?
And change the shit I can't change. That's serenity. I know the things I can't change, and I accept them. If you can't accept shit for what it is, you're going to be depressed. But what is the serenity prayer one more time? God, grant me the serenity to change the things I can, accept the things I can't, or know the things I can't, and know the difference between the two.
Mm-hmm.
If you have that, and you have accountability, that's all it took. That's all it took. And just stop doing the whole shit to put yourself in these situations.
Okay. All right. So what would you tell somebody that is trying to learn to get into that mindset?
I mean, it's just 3 things. 1, stop doing whole shit so you can stop having to feel bad about it. 2, have the serenity. And 3, have the accountability.
Okay.
If you have those 3 things, you don't need to do no more work. There ain't nobody else you can talk to that's gonna give you the serenity or give you the accountability. You, as yourself, have to have that.
Okay. I love these conversations because there's just so many perspectives you can take with it. Like, you can got somebody that actually like it, you got somebody that don't care for you got somebody that don't need it, and you got somebody that do need it. That's why, all these conversations, I feel like they need to be had. Only because, it's not to, deter somebody away from, what they already think or convince them, it's good. I never convince somebody to journal or convince somebody to go to therapy. It's just, what's your thought process with everything? And as long as it makes you happy at the end of the day and that you can go about your life and keep going and you get yourself back together every time, then you're good. But
I do agree with that.
I love having a conversation. Don't get me wrong.
feel like, everybody needs to do what makes them happy at the end of the day. So if talking to an old white nigga make you happy, who am I to tell you not to? They'll talk. But if you just want the truth and what you really need, you don't need that white nigga. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't need Cold Stone. But if I wanted some delicious ice cream and a nigga told you go to the most delicious ice cream place and everybody else go to Dairy Queen, and so you think Dairy Queen got the best ice cream, then the nigga shows you Cold Stone. You gonna be like, do the nigga really need Dairy Queen? That was a strange analogy, I know.
It was, but I love ice cream, so I really understood that. Like, I fuck with Dairy Queen, but
Dairy Queen is a waste of time when it's Cold Stones of the world. Therapy for 20 years, and that shit ain't worked. Mm-hmm. It's time to change something.
Change it, yeah. Okay, well, why not like Baskin Robbins or something?
Shit, my way is the only way. It's Baskin Robbins out here too.
So while you was in there, did you ever question your career?
No.
No?
I wasn't thinking about a career. Honestly, I had a notebook jotted down with illegal schemes that I was going to get out and do. Like, I met a lot of criminals in there. So like, I'm meeting niggas that's counterfeiting. I'm meeting niggas that's doing bank fraud. I'm meeting niggas that's doing wire fraud. And a nigga showed me how to do unemployment before unemployment even took off. You know what I'm saying? But you live and learn.
Yeah, most definitely. So, man, that's why to judge, because I know a lot of people, they probably would have voted. Like, so I commend you for not voting, doing your time, you did the girl, you feel me? And just coming back, I perceive it like you coming back as a better man. Mm. And that's something like worth acknowledging and giving you your credit for it. And coming back and still standing on business.
Well, I appreciate that. I tried.
No problem. I mean, sometimes you do gotta hype yourself up. Like, it's good to be humble and stuff, but you still, you still gotta give yourself your own flowers. Because some people won't do it because they just looking at it in an envious way.
I feel like if you get too focused on trying to give yourself flowers, it holds you back from being what you need to be. You just need to move forward. And yesterday's accomplishment really don't matter.
Yeah, I agree with that too. It's just sometimes you gotta give yourself some grace for some stuff that you did accomplish, because a lot of people, they'll sit and they'll always focus on what they didn't do or what they could have did, when honestly you done did a lot of stuff that other people did not do, couldn't do, and don't have the heart to do. So that's why I be like, give yourself some flowers, but still give yourself room to be like, well, I need more. So I feel like you do that, and I give you your flowers for it. Like, just say thank you. Okay.
Thank you. These are beautiful roses. I thank you.
Okay. So for my next question, I'm gonna ask you, how did the death of Javar affect you?
I won't say negatively, but I did cry about it when it happened. Mm-hmm. But you grow and just be like, you gotta accept it. Like any other thing, all you can do is what you're supposed to do as a real nigga. You go by taking care of his people. And at the time, we thought he had a son, so we took care of them too. But it ended up not being his son. That's a whole nother thing, you feel me? And it's not even that the girl was wrong with no type of shit like that. It's just random crazy ass situation. So it was.
I'll leave that. So how did you grieve during that time? Or cope?
I only ever cried about it once, but me and him got shot at the same time, so it's like I didn't really have time to be in no pussy shit. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Like it was that time. You feel me?
Yeah, you definitely didn't have time to really process both. You have to focus. So you know that information as well. Yeah. But it's kind of like death is such a controversial kind of feeling. Like some people you can go about and just go outside and just be like, it's it is what it is. Some people they really sit in it and they have to sit in it and they have to feel how they feel with it. And it might, trigger them. You hear a song and it pop up the memory of the song of how that first came out or a cologne, something like that,
Yeah.
So
But I don't feel bad about it. Like, I look back when stuff remind me of and be like, damn, that was my nigga.
Yeah.
But it's like, it's not a bad feeling. It's just like, damn, I appreciate it all the time we had together, you know?
I was, when my boyfriend died, I would sit there, because I stayed at his house for like 2 weeks with his mom and stuff just there. And I would just be like, you know, I'm kind of like, I can't even like be mad because I did have a good time with him. Like, you know, I got a bunch of memories I could look back on, a bunch of arguments I could look back on. But it's like, I appreciate it because, you know, like, you gave me some lessons in life. I didn't, you know, hopefully made your time better and harder too. But I don't know. A lot of times when grief is so hard and different ways to navigate it, go about it. So, however you can cope with how you cope, I hope it's a good cope and not just digging yourself in a bigger hole.
It's like, I know a lot of people, even like some of the homies probably got survivor's guilt about some things, but it's one thing you just gotta know is you couldn't have changed it. You know, holding yourself accountable for something that went wrong is just like, you know, you ain't gonna do nothing but cause yourself to go into depression. Then you're gonna need drugs to cope with that depression. And then you're just gonna go on a downward spiral until you crash out. So it's like, you know, what you wanna be, all right or not all right. You just gotta have that conversation with yourself and be like, hey, it is what it is. Because truth be told, it is what it is. You can't bring a nigga back no matter what you do. So let it go, move forward. If you gotta go kill a nigga, then you go kill a nigga. But you know what I'm saying?
For our next question is, in what ways do you resist change?
I mean, I probably do resist change if let me look at it from the outside looking in. It's like, I feel like everybody wants everything to, it's like you try to be like the old guard, you know? You know the way shit used to be, you want it to stay the way that it is. But I feel like because of the nature of, you know, what I do and shit, like it's so dynamic, it changes fluidly. Like, so if I stay stuck in the same way, I'm never gonna go nowhere because shit changes too quickly for me. But yeah, sure, I want it to stay the same. Shit, why not?
Okay.
What's wrong?
You ain't got no negative pattern that you just don't change.
I mean, maybe I gotta think about it. What do I do negatively?
Or it might not be negative to you, but it might be negative to somebody else, and you can just see it like, okay.
I feel like my negative pattern would be letting people back in my life that I shouldn't let back into my life.
Okay,
but if you
that's a good one.
shit that I do, I'm not gonna keep doing some dumb ass shit. Once I figured out it was dumb shit, like, you know.
Yeah, but not just technically just doing shit, like, not just technically doing shit, just what you keep allowing. Let me put it like that. Keep allowing. Like you said, making people come back in, that's something that you resist the change for. Like, you forgiving. That just might be in your heart, your spirit, to be a forgiving person. But move different with it, like I mentioned before. But that's something that you resist changing. You won't not do it.
But I don't feel like I resisted the change from it, though. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm open to them never coming back into my life. But they consistently tried to get back into my life, and I done already forgave them for such X, Y, and Z. So it just be like, you know what, fuck it. You know what I'm saying? But I should have the ability to be like, you know, set these boundaries. You stay over there, and I'll stay over here. So you're right in that aspect. I just don't feel like it's the same question.
Okay. I respect that, like that. So for our last question, I'm gonna ask you, do you journal?
No, I do not journal.
Why?
Why? Because
why is that?
I feel like it's some pussy shit. Like, why am I writing down my heart's desires and what I did today and ate for lunch in this piece of paper? I need to be writing down a business plan. The closest I've ever come to journaling was in prison when I was writing down different business plans and schemes and scammables into a little book. You know what I'm saying? I had pages of this shit, like boxes of this shit. You know what I'm saying? Or different shit. Like, I done designed clothes in jail and everything. But did I ever once sit down and write, I had a bad day? No. Do you know why? Because what the fuck would that have got me? Was it still gonna be a bad day? Yes. Logically, what the fuck is you writing it on that paper gonna do for you? Nothing. Now, girls, y'all emotional. Y'all need to let y'all emotions out. As niggas, we need to channel our emotions into things. So, rather than putting it on that piece of paper and still being mad after that, why not go do something? Go get some money. Go work out. Go do something productive. Niggas, don't waste your motherfucking life in no motherfucking journal. Unless it's her journal. Then, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Women, you know, y'all make sense why y'all want this shit. Y'all emotional creatures. But I respect it.
Okay? And if you're gonna journal in my journal.
Yeah.
So, I like that you brought up channeling your emotions and going to do something, being productive. At least you're doing something.
Yeah.
Okay? And I like that. Professional hand model. But yeah, you always gotta channel your emotion into something. Like me, personally, this is me channeling my emotion. Not journaling, but making it. Making the business. Working, getting the content. That's me channeling all my emotion. Cause one day I'll sit here and I'll do a mental health check-in with somebody and I'm at a hard ass too. Like you say something and it might I might cry. It might turn into my interview. Like, you know, it might be me really upset. Like I might just had a bad day at work. Somebody probably spit on me or something at the hospital. Come do a mental health check-in, and I'm really pissed off, blood boiling, but I'm gonna listen to you, because this is my business. This is what I chose to do. But this is how I'm channeling it.
Mm-hmm.
So, I feel that I work a lot. So it's like, I called you a workaholic, but I work a lot, but I sit and do it. I ain't gonna lie to nobody, I'll be doing sitting there.
Oh, you can't do
but
that.
I work in, like, work to get over it. Like, some days I work 12-hour shifts, some days I do 16-hour shifts, but I'm constantly up, looking like a chicken with her head cut off. Like, I have to do something, I gotta move, I do something. If it's not me really working on the journal, me changing something, tweaking something, I'm texting people, you wanna come do a video? Let's shoot, let's do a video right now. I might call you out the blue. I might just be like, well, shit, you ain't got no car, pick you up, we about to do a video. Just because I need to do something.
Mm.
So that's how I navigate, like, my bad emotions and stuff like that. Like, I can journal. I didn't journal. This book about to be full.
I seen some of them pages. You got some shit in there.
Okay? I could write a book about my life.
A lot of emotions in there.
My
Niggas
book
can piss you
will
off.
piss me clean the fuck off.
Please, don't have me come see you about that shit. We will talk later.
But I made this journal because I dealt with a lot. My mental health, I never like struggled with mental health, but I always felt like I wasn't there where I used to be. Not the uppity leader, not the one that's just like, oh shit, yeah, come pop out. I was like, not there. So this journal is called Note to Self, Mental Health Journal, and it's yellow because my ex-boyfriend's favorite color was yellow. And not just to say that was just the only one, just all bright colors. But when we text each other, our hearts was yellow. So it's like, that's why I like keep it like that. But when I was 18, he died. It's like it really did make me feel really bad. Like, cause I was talking to you, and then 5 minutes after, I'm not talking to you. And I'm blowing that nigga phone up. Like, why the fuck you not responding? Like, now I have issues with people that don't respond. Like, if I'm dealing with them, if you don't respond and say, like, at least a check-in, I'm going to think the worst. Only because that's what just happened to me. Like,
see, you have unresolved trauma.
I do.
But you know what to do with that?
Yeah.
Accept it.
I do accept it, but I can also talk about how it made me feel and how I grew from it. Because I grew a lot from it. But it's just like, I put my experiences on people. And that's where I can say I'm wrong at. I do it a lot. But that is what made me want to just make a tribute to him. Just keep his name alive, just do what I need to do, like checking on his family, like all types of stuff. Just stay there, stay stagnant, but not really focus on it too much. Put my life on it and make it like my whole life. So the journal is how I just be like, all right, I'm still close to you, but I'm not about to dwell on it no more. Like, it's not my fault. I wasn't there. Nothing pertains to me. I can't control it. So I was journaling. I just went to journal because I didn't have nobody to talk to. And when I graduated from college, mind you, I went to school for psychology. So I started journaling, And then I would cry on my pages. Like I'm sitting there, I'm trying to write, not accepting that he is dead, but me having to write it out and looking at it, it's just like, damn, like it's been times I woke up out my sleep crying because it's just like, this is really real. Like I just went to a film like this shit is set in stone. Writing about it, couldn't write no more. Didn't like journaling, like at all. Got back into it when I was getting ready to graduate. Life was getting better. Like I first got my salary job, first big girl job, and I'm just like, shit, I'm doing my big one. I graduated early, graduated at 20 years old, 3 years was in school, and I just feel like I'm the youngest out here, youngest out like.
You youngest doing this shit.
So that just made me feel better. Than when I went back to that journal, I'm just reading it, and I'm just like, I came a long way through. Like the dean ripped up my dropout request. Because I wrote it out, I filled it out, did the whole application, ripped it up. I'm grateful for him to this day just because, like, I wouldn't have my degree. I wouldn't have nothing that I wanted to have if he didn't rip it up and was just like, girl, get it together. Tighten up.
Tighten up. So, see,
tighten up.
You need that tighten up.
So, I mean, like, it's good and bad to having people in your circle, a good circle at that. Because, shit, I won't be here doing what I'm doing now.
What you doing now?
With unresolved trauma. So
where do people go to buy the book?
My book is on Amazon. It can pop up, Note to Self Journaling. And I also have them on hand. So if you in the city, I do like to drive up. So if you're in the city or Auburn Hills type of thing, I will bring it to you. I will
ship it to you. Is the link in your bio as well?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Link is in my bio. The Instagram page, I will have it on there. And we just gonna get it cracking, All types of events coming soon. And collaborations coming soon. You're gonna see this journey because we gonna be here for sure.
As you should. And that has been our TED Talk.
Not our TED Talk. This has been our Note to Self Mental Health Check-In here with Javar. And y'all just gonna have to stick around, stay tuned, see what else I got to give for y'all.
Yeah, a lot more coming. We gonna make sure it happens. Might be some niggas you want to see, you know what I'm saying? There might be some hoes you want to see.
No, but I appreciate you coming here and just talking to me, letting me know about your mental health. Give me free game as well to not care too much, worry about myself. Because, just like for them, I'm taking this all in too. And, I gave you your flowers as well.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that.
All right, y'all. So, see y'all real soon.